What do you got? Today, I'm going to teach you about science. Okay, let's take a look at our PowerPoint. Cannot see our PowerPoint here. This one. Okay, today is Friday, June 5, 2020. Let us talk about science. Science is a wide variety of a topic, but now we are going to tackle about ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystems are any area where living creatures, such as plants and animals, interact with non-living things like soil, water, temperature, and air. Ecosystems come in different sizes. An ecosystem can be as big as the entire planet or as little as the tiny bacteria you can't see that live on your skin. Now then, let's discuss the definition. Living creatures. Teacher, what is living creatures? Living creatures like animals, some things that biological. Okay, something that has life, that lives. Living creatures. Here, plants, we have animals. Okay, those are part of ecosystem that interact with non-living things like soil, water, temperature, and air. Okay, so definitely ecosystems is a huge size. Okay, but it's only part of science. So you can see science is really huge subject. But now we are going to talk about living creatures. Okay, living creatures. So something that lives, something that has life. Okay, living creatures like plants and animals. Okay, in this picture you can see a small fish has been eaten by a bigger one, then consumed by no the last one, shark. Is it a shark? Well, anyway, that's part of a living creatures. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is what we are going to talk about specifically: food chain. What is food chain, teacher? Okay, the term food chain, describes the order in which organisms or living things depend on each other for food. Okay, every ecosystem or community of living things has one or more food chains. Most food chains start with organisms that make their own food, such as plants. Okay, plants. So this is where the living creatures consume their energy, makes them live. By it all started with the plants. Okay, we have a picture here. This is our picture for food chain. Food chain, okay. It all started with a plants. Okay, let's describe the picture. Plants. Look at here, plants. Plants has been consumed by an animal, and this animal is a deer. Okay. Then the deer has been eaten by a lion. Then when the lion died, it's been consumed to the soil, the bacteria. Okay. So that is a food chain like a circle, never-ending system of food in our society. I think even people also considered and be included in the food chain. Like we consume plants, and after we consume plants or we consume and the animals, then we die, then down to soil, bacteria, then the bacteria will be consumed by the plants, and that's it. A cycle, okay? Okay, since ecosystem is a wide scale, these are only part of ecosystem, the food chain, and we also have the wider one, okay? We call it food web. Oh my God. Yeah, that's how science is, because science, as I told you, science is a wide variety of subject. Okay, teacher, what is food web? Food web. Mhm. Food web, in my opinion, is um, it's more complex. What is complex, teacher? It's bigger. It's bigger than food chain. If we only talk about the plants has been eaten by a deer has been eaten by a lion, and a lion died, and that bacteria has been consumed by plants, like that. Food web is more complex. Okay, like plants has been eaten by an animals, then a plant has been eaten by a man, a plant has been eaten by blah blah blah, something like that. Then it goes like a web. A spider web. Like there's a huge dots and lines that connects to one another, and it all started with a plant. Okay. Okay. This is what a food web has been described. A food web can be described as a who eats whom diagram. Okay, probably it's a diagram that shows the complex feeding relationships in an ecosystem. Okay, food web is another aspect of ecosystem. Food chain is also another aspect of ecosystem, but food chain is smaller, or like a smaller variety of ecosystem, and food web is more complex or like bigger. Okay, this is our food web. It all started with a plants. Plants again. Okay, let's focus here on our grass. Grass. Okay, the grass has been consumed by a grasshopper. Then the grass has been consumed by a rabbit. The grass has been consumed by the mouse. It all started with the grass, okay? Then the mouse has been consumed by Kookaburra. Uh, and then our grasshopper has been eaten by Kookaburra also. Look at the arrows. The arrows tells you who eats whom, okay? Then the mouse has been eaten by a snake. Yeah, probably. Then the snake has been eaten by an eagle, okay? Then the kookaburra, which is a smaller bird, has been eaten by an eagle. So that is a food web. It's more complex or more bigger. Okay, let us start here. Let's start with the grass. Grass, wait, have technical problem. Wait for teacher. Okay, let's resume. Food web, food web. Okay. So let's start with the grass. Let's discuss it one by one, okay? Let's look at the arrows. The arrows will definitely shows how the feeding relationship interacts. Okay, number one, it all started with the grass per plant. Grass is eaten or has been eaten by a mouse. Look at that. Okay, you can see a mouse. Grass has been eaten by a grasshopper. The grass has been consumed by a rabbit. Teacher, what is consumed? Consumed is same like eaten or like you take. Okay. Okay. Number two. Look at the mouse. Mouse has been eaten by a kookaburra. Grasshopper has been eaten by a kookaburra also. That's it. That's how food web, I mean, food web works. Like it's more complex than food chain. Okay. Then the rabbit has been consumed by the snake. Okay, number three. Let's look at kookaburra. It is more powerful than mouse. Is more stronger than grasshopper. Okay. Kookaburra. Kookaburra has been eaten by an eagle. Okay. Look at the arrow. Kookaburra. Kookaburra has been eaten by an eagle. Okay. Eagle here is a powerful living creature in our food web. But there are still more powerful than an eagle. But for now, let's talk about the picture shown in the presentation. Okay, the snake has been eaten by the eagle. The rabbit has been consumed by the snake. Okay, that's how you make, or that's how you describe your diagram. Okay, let's call this a diagram. These pictures, these arrows. Okay, next. Okay, again, let's review. Food chain. Food chain. There we go, the food chain. Food chain is a bit smaller than a food web. Okay. It's a cycle. It is the order in which organisms or living things depend on each other for food. Okay. Food chain. It's also a diagram, but a simple diagram. Okay. A simple diagram. A food web is more complex than a food chain. Who eats whom? That's how you describe a food web. Okay, for your assignment, please pause the video if you want to copy. I want you to copy, okay? Please pause the video if you want to copy. Okay, for your assignment, make a food web in aquatic area. Make a sentence out of the diagram you make, okay? Okay, what is this? This picture shown in the presentation. This is a seaweed, okay? A seaweed. Aquatic. Aquatic means like ocean, okay? Ocean. In the ocean. So probably the seaweed has been eaten by a shrimp. Shrimp pasatay, kung, okay? Kung. Seaweed eat kung. Then the kung is eaten by a fish. It's up to you, okay? Up to you. Okay, a food web, not food chain, okay? I want you to remind yourself about food web, not food chain. Okay, make a sentence out of the diagram you made. Seaweed eaten by blah, 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 blah. Number 2, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, for now, that is our lesson for today. Hope you enjoy the science world. It's more on a wide, bigger. I will take a pictures of every slide so that you can study and you can help yourself make the assignment. Okay. Have a nice day. Rodi kap, kapun kap.